Alright guys, welcome to the first CAD education video. Today we're just going to be going over how to sign up for Onshape, getting into it, and then doing some simple sketches and extrudes. You're going to need to get really good at CAD, especially for mechanical, but also for things like electrical and other departments. CAD is used a lot by our team, so you're going to start by just looking up Onshape. It'll be the one with this little green logo here. All you're going to do is click on it, and it'll hit you with a bunch of stuff here, but you're just going to go up to the top right. If you already have an account, then you'll click the sign in up here. If not, you'll click sign up now right here. Enter first, last email address, and then just finish that sign up. Once you're in, it'll look somewhat like this. Obviously, I have a bunch of projects here. You guys probably won't have anything. But to start, we're just going to go up here on the left, click this create button, and create a new document. And you can name it whatever you want. I'm going to name it CAD practice. Since I have a folder for this, I'm going to put it in there. Just click create. It'll load it up, and then you'll be left with this. Now here, you instantly get hit with a bunch of options up here on the top. There's a lot of stuff. It looks like a lot, but we're just going to start simple. If you're using a mouse, the default controls are hold down right click to rotate throughout your plane. Left click is to drag and select different things. And middle mouse, if you press down the scroll wheel, you can move around like this, and then you can zoom in and out too. There's also this nice cube up here. You can just click different things to get different views of it. It's nice to get like straight on views and stuff like that. Down here that you can see there's Part Studio and Assembly 1. Now these are different things. So Part Studio is you'd use those for all of your parts, and then Assembly 1 is where you put all the parts together into one assembly, like the name, and it's where like you create whatever you're trying to make. We're not going to touch the assembly today, but we are going to do the Part Studio here. First off, let's rename it. We're just going to make a dice today. So I'm going to rename it dice. It's important to rename your stuff so people know what they're looking at if other people are trying to get into your document. Now you always start everything with a sketch up here. So I'm just going to click sketch, and it's going to be red because you have to select a plane. Now the planes it gives you are the front plane, top, and right. You can select any of those. It doesn't matter which one you do. And then I'm going to click the front up here just to get it more centered on my screen. Now you see the tools up here on the top have changed because we're in a sketch. I'm going to start with this one right here, corner rectangle. I'm going to go to the center dot here and start it on there. And then make it just off to the side, however big I want. I'm just going to say there. Now we have a rectangle, but you can see that some of these lines are blue. Now some of you are in light mode, so it might look like this to you. And if you want to get to dark mode like me, all you have to do is click up here, view in dark mode. That's what I'll be doing for all these videos. So if any of your colors look a little different, that's the only reason why. Now these lines are blue because they aren't defined. Blue is bad. You never want blue on any of your sketches because that means it can move. So like right now, if I were to make this, I can move this around however I want, and it can change it. So I don't want to be able to do that. So we're going to go up here to this cool tool called Dimension. And as the name says, it'll dimension out the parts. Start here. We're just going to make this 2 inches even. Click enter. Now you see this blue line disappeared because it can't move this way. It has to be 2 inches. Down here, we're going to make this 6 inches. And now there's no more blue lines. I can't move this anywhere. It's not going anywhere. So that's good. That means this is a good sketch, okay? Since we're making a dice, I'm going to edit these slightly. I'm just going to make them both 4, which means our dice will be 4 by 4. Now, once I'm done here, I like this. I'm just going to go up here and click the check mark, confirm my sketch. You can rename sketches if you want. It's optional. It just helps people go through your document better. Now we have our square. If I go to the side here, you can see it's just a square. We don't want that. We want a dice. So we're going to go up here to this tool called Extrude. click it, and we're going to click on our sketch, and then you can see this is how far we'll extrude it. Right now it's going out 1 inch. Since we want a cube and the sides are 4, we're going to go 4 again. And now we have a cube here, and click the check mark. Now we're starting to get kind of the dice shape. You can kind of see it's just a box right now, but we'll get it to a dice shortly. I'm going to make a new sketch on this side of the cube here. All I did there was click the sketch button, and then for the plane, instead of clicking one of these 3 that are like over here, I just clicked this side of the cube, and I'll click the left up here to go on just this side. Now I can use this center point circle tool up here and just make a circle, because a dice has holes in it. So we're going to make our circles. We're going to go 1 inch, and I want it centered. It's a 4x4 cube, so I'm just going to make it 2 inches by 2 inches to get that in the center. I'll show you another way to do that later, but for right now, this is what we're going to do. Click the check mark, go back to that extrude feature. Last time we added stuff, so you see if I click this, it's making it go out, but this would be a really weird dice if it went out. So we're going to click the remove feature up here. It's on add right now. We're just going to click remove, and as you can see, it's now going into the dice. I don't want it quite at 1 inch, so I'll go 1/2 inch, and then there we go. We got our first hole in the dice. Now I'm just going to go around all 6 sides and make more holes. I'm going to come over to this side now and make a new sketch over here. This one will be our 3 side, so I'll get them kind of in the right spots here. Make these all 1 inch as well. I'm going to have you guys do the other sides. You should be able to figure it out based on what I've given you so far. I'm just showing you this just because. So I'll dimension this out again, 2 inches by 2 inches. This one up here, let's make it 1 inch out and 1 inch down. This one 1 inch out and 1 inch over. Now I'm going to extrude these again the same way as last time by clicking remove, about 1/2 inch. You guys can do 1 inch if you want, it doesn't really matter. But now you can see it's starting to turn into a dice. I'm going to go do the rest of the sides. If yours doesn't look exactly like mine, the spacing's a little different, anything like that, it's not too much of a big deal. Like for the 2, it would just be this, but without the middle. For the 5, you just add 2 more. The 4, you get rid of the middle, add 2 more. One quick thing while I'm making this 4 side, if you guys are running into any problems with your extrudes, they're going red or they're not working, try setting the distance to 0.25 inches on the extrudes. I'll show you what that looks like right here. This just goes to 0.25. Sometimes if they collide in the middle, it'll cause an error. If you're having any problems, try that. As well as I'm going to show you guys how to make these things easier without having to put so many dimensions in and cluttering up the screen. So first we have just one circle dimensioned to 1 inch, the rest are just random. We're going to use this equals tool up here at the top, and we're going to click this circle and make it equal to this circle. It will go off this circle because this one is dimensioned. If they're both dimensioned differently, it won't work. Since this one isn't dimensioned, it's pretty much just saying make the diameter of this one the diameter of this one, and we set this one to 1, so the diameter of both is 1. I'm going to do that on all the circles here, and you don't have to do it on the original circle. You can do it like this as well. It still works. And since this is a 4, we can make it easier by using this horizontal up here and making these horizontal to each other, which just removes some dimensions we'd have to do, as well as the vertical. We will use the vertical tool as well, just make it a lot easier, less dimensioning to do. And now I'm just going to drag these over a little bit. Just dimension them how you normally would. It should auto adjust most of them for you, might have to do a little bit of tuning. And then if you're wondering like why one is blue still, you can just drag it and see, okay, I need to dimension it this way. So I see that and I just go here and dimension this, and now it's all white. And we will remove this 0.25. And then with that, the dice should be done. Should be looking similar to mine. Doesn't have to look the exact same, but it just looks similar. And now, if we were to print this dice and you roll it, it would be pretty blocky. You might cut yourself on these edges here. So we're going to use a new tool called the fillet tool. Fillet is up here, kind of where the extrude was, not quite. So we're just going to click fillet, and we're going to select an edge. As you can see, it rounds off that edge for us. I say we should do 0.25 on this one. You can put it to whatever works without breaking. And I'm going to click every edge on this cube because I don't want to get cut on any part of this. In a real mechanism that you're CADing, you would want to do this because we use metal, which is very sharp right after it's cut. So you don't want to cut yourself, as well as some parts are just better when they're rounded. So around those, you could round the inside of these if you want. You can see that's kind of what it would look like if you do that, depending on how much you did. Me personally, I'm not going to do that. But after you fillet the sides, your dice should be done. And you should be done with this video. Hopefully you guys learned some CAD. You can check out the practice problems that are linked, or just skip right next to the next video.